Hi, this is MJ Nodilo here with your Pathlight Insight. What I'd like to do is give a quick review of the third quarter of this year. Now, we're getting a lot of questions about how volatile and crazy markets seem to be. And when we go back and look at it, it really hasn't been the case. In fact, the third quarter has been the least volatile of the entire year. Now, our thought is that it's really easy for people to feel like there's a lot of chaos out there. But the reality is the chaotic environment is happening in Washington and through politics and not happening in markets. In fact, the third quarter was very strong across the board for almost all asset classes. We saw US stocks up more than 4%, developed European stocks up over 6%, and emerging markets, after a long period of underperformance, were up over 9%. Bonds even performed well, as interest rates were relatively stable. Now, turning to the topic du jour, which is the election, there's a great focus on what will happen if either one of the candidates gets into markets. Now, the reality is that no one knows, and the data is not strong. In fact, it's very unclear and erratic as to what markets are going to do if either party has control. In fact, over time, there's just no evidence to indicate that we're able to predict what will happen. So we're strongly encouraging our clients and other investors to not make predictive and short-term decisions based on what they believe will be the likely outcome. However, we can say that certainly the rhetoric is ramping up in a more negative focus. And we think there's going to be a lot more attention paid to what's going to happen into the House and the Senate going forward. But fortunately, in less than a month, this whole thing will be over, and we're likely to see a more normalized environment, as typically markets are able to digest information and move forward and no longer be backward looking. So if you have any questions about how we view markets or any concerns, we encourage you to reach out. And thank you for taking the time to watch the video.